Welcome to Sovereign Citizen Legal Encounters. All right, today we're going to do a little recap because we have Mr. Thomas Styron in court again. Okay, so at first, in his first hearing, he was all hardcore sovereign citizen. Let me let you see a clip real quick.
This is under the assumption that you're compelling me to identify as Thomas York Styron, the legal entity on this case.
I believe that you are. Do you understand the nature of the charge, sir?
I don't understand how the name you have on the case and who I am, it's two different people.
30 days. 30 days.
Okay, now that you've seen that clip, if some of you have seen that video, you remember what I'm talking about. Hearing number 2, which I'm not going to show that clip, but he calmed down a little bit. He wanted to go home to review some body cam footage and had all this medical issue stuff going on that he talked to Judge Simpson about, but that was, of course, denied. So today, it's a little bit different situation with Mr. Styron. Let's see how he breaks down in this case. Oh, and don't forget, if it's your first time here, welcome. If you are a returning person, welcome back. All right, let's get going in this video.
Go ahead, Nelson. Court does call the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Styron II.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the people.
State your name.
Thomas Styron II.
All right, thank you. Mr. Styron, this is date and time set for a preliminary examination. Like with the other proceedings, I do have to advise you, you are before the court on a 3-count complaint, but 2 of them, which are the subject matter today, that being the, get this and make sure I have it right here. Complaint line. Okay. Count 1 is the charge of fleeing and eluding in the 3rd degree. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration, a $1,000 fine plus court costs. Count 2 is the charge of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. That's also a felony punishable by up to 2 years and a $2,000 fine plus court costs. Count 3 is the charge of driving while license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days, $500 fine plus court costs. You have elected to represent yourself in this matter, sir. As I've apprised you before, you will be held by the same standards that an attorney would be held to in conducting the preliminary examination. You also understand that today is the time and date set for the preliminary examination in this matter. If you choose to no longer represent yourself, the court would have counsel appointed to represent you. Do you understand everything that I said?
Yeah.
All right. And just I also would indicate that there is some peril in representing yourself in any matter. All right. Go
I'd
ahead.
like to change. I've only had one opportunity to view this evidence, and we haven't been able to proceed based on that for, I think this is the 3rd time we've been in court over this. I'd like to
Say that to me again. You haven't had the opportunity.
I've only had one. Okay, between the short staff and the instance at the jail, I've only been able to go down there and review it once. I asked about getting us to your office to relay this to you since last week.
So
The defender's office since maybe 10 days now.
What he's trying to say, if you can't understand the audio, is that he's trying to review that video that he was supposed to review on the last time when he had court, which is posted on his channel. So he's basically trying to tell him he hasn't had time to look at everything yet.
Told me I had to come to court and ask before they could do that.
right, because you had said okay. All right. So the last time we were here, Mr. Styron, you needed to review the discovery, and I adjourned it to make sure that that happened. You haven't been able to look at it, or you haven't. Let me put it this way. What I'm hearing from you, and you tell me if I'm wrong. What I'm hearing from you is you've seen it, but you haven't had enough time to go through it. You went through it once or What?
75% of it. I think I'm on video 11 or 12 out of 16 or 17.
Okay.
Mind you, this is after spending 2.5 hours.
What?
I spent 2.5 hours last time I was there viewing it. That's as far as I got.
And that's, oh, okay. Okay. So there was some time, it's just
Yeah.
didn't. Okay.
Yes.
So you now want to be represented by an attorney,
Please, I'm trying to, please.
All right.
He said, please. See, now he knew that he knows he's learning that, or he's learned that sovereign citizen lingo, language, script, it doesn't work. So now he has been almost completely humbled. Well, maybe he has. Let's go.
Do we have? I'm sure there are public defenders in the building. Why don't I do this? Why don't we take him back? I'll run over myself, see if we can get somebody to get over here, okay? And just so that I'm clear, you had the public defender before, right? It wasn't somebody else
I believe at the very beginning.
at the arraignment. But they didn't disqualify him.
No, I don't believe so.
I don't think they did.
Mr. Ovatello is the-
That's right. Okay, let me check and see what we can do. All right, court is standing brief recess.
So Judge Simpson is going to see if he can get someone to come represent him. He did have one at his arraignment, but he was Mr. Sovereign Citizen, so he didn't want one. Now he realizes he's stuck and it's just not going to work out for him. So I guess we can say we got a sovereign citizen that realized that title just doesn't work. Let's review.
All right, let's. You had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Starr. Right, court recalls the case of the People versus Thomas Styron.
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Defender.
All right,
I'm sorry.
all right. Mr. Styron, you wanted the court to arrange for you to have the PD represent you. Is that correct?
Please, yes.
All right, so we contacted Ms. Gaines. She was gracious enough
Please, yes. Please, yes.
to come over. And I understand you've talked. So what I'm going to do is I was going to adjourn the preliminary examination without objection. My next date, and I'm off, I can't get it any sooner, was going to be the 27th. Which may work out because Mr. Styron indicates to me there's a whole bunch of videos that you guys may have to go through. So, but he said he say about 75%. So he got through. So I will adjourn the preliminary examination, in this case to August 27th, 2024, 9 a.m. That's before me. And I will indicate that the PD is on the case. So can we try to make sure so that the notices will get to the PD? I mean, they got to put them in as attorney of record because Mr. Styron had me get rid of him at one point. I don't know what he was doing. Anyway. Okay, we'll continue. All right. Thank you, Mr. Styron. And I think I'll just tell you this, the wise move on your part.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a lot harder without it, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
14A stands adjourned.
So that's the end of that video. So Mr. Thomas Styron is now requesting help. Well, load those comments up. Tell me what y'all think about all this stuff. Because I have been following this case, well, this individual. So I guess we'll find out what happens on August 27th, if everything goes through or if they reviewed all the video or not. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you watched this far, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, share it. And you all know, most of you, I've been commenting back and forth and I enjoy it. So keep the engagement going. I try to get to everybody as much as I can. It's a lot of comments, but I do engage on a lot. So I hope you have a good day, evening, whatever it is. And the next video that come through, we'll be checking that out. All right, I'm out.